Well, hello, boys and girls. I'm here with Kayden, one of our awesome fifth graders from Mrs. Havrilla's class. And today we're going to read to you one of my favorite books, Those Shoes. Please listen carefully as we read you one of my favorite stories. Grandma, I want them. There's no room for want around here, just need, Grandma says. And what you need are new boots for winter.
Bone T comes to school in those shoes. He says he's the fastest runner now. Not me. I always was the fastest before those shoes came along. Nate comes to school in those shoes. Antonio and I count how many times Nate goes to the bathroom, 7 times in one day, just so he can walk up and down the hallway real slow.
Next, Alan, Jacoby, and Terrence each get a pair.
Then one day in the middle of kickball, one of my shoes came apart. Looks like you could use a new pair. Jeremy, Mr. Alfrey, the guidance counselor says he brings out a box of shoes and other stuff he has for kids who need things. He helps me find the only shoes that are my size. Velcro, like the ones my little cousin Marshall wears. They have an animal on them from a cartoon I don't even think any kid watches.
Velcro shoes, huh, Kayden? When I come back to the classroom, Alan Jacoby takes one look at Mr. Alfrey's shoes and laughs. And so do Terrence, Brandon T., and everyone else. The only kid not laughing is Antonio Parker. At home, Grandma says, "How kind of Mr. Alfrey." I nod and turn my back. I'm not going to cry about any dumb shoes, but I'm writing my spelling words later. Every word looks like the word shoes, and my grip is so tight on my pencil, I think it might bust.
On Saturday, Grandma says, "Let's check out those shoes you're wanting so much." I got a little bit of money set aside. Might be enough, you never know.
At the shoe store, Grandma turns those shoes over so she can check the price. When she sees it, she sits down heavy. Maybe they wrote it down wrong, I say. Grandma shakes her head. I guess the shoes he wants are a little expensive.
Then I remember the thrift shop. That what if there's a rich kid who outgrown his or got 2 pairs for Christmas and have to give one of them away. We ride the bus to the first thrift shop. Black cowboy boots, pink slippers, sandals, high heels, every kind of shoes except that the one I want. We ride the bus to the second thrift shop. Not a pair of those shoes in sight. Around the corner in the third thrift shop, I see something in the window.
Uh-oh. You think the third shop might be the charm there, Kayden?
Yep.
Maybe some shoes that he can wear. Black shoes with 2 white stripes. High tops. Perfect shape. $2.50. Those shoes! My heart is pounding hard as I take off my shoes and hitch up my baggy socks. How exciting, Grandma says. What size are they? I shoved my foot into the first shoe, curling my toes to get my heel in. I don't know, but I think they fit. You think they really fit? No. They're the perfect shoes, though, but they might not be the right size.
Grandma kneels on the floor and feels for my toes at the end of the shoes. Oh, Jeremy, she says, I can't spend good money on shoes that don't fit.
Oh, poor Jeremy. So sad. I pull the other shoe on and try to walk around. They're okay, I say, holding my breath and praying that my toes will fall right off then and there. But my toes don't fall off. I buy them anyway with my own money, and I squeeze them on and limp to the bus stop. So we bought 2 tight shoes.
I think
his poor feet.
I think his feet are gonna fall out the shoes again.
I agree.
At home a few days later, Grandma puts a new pair of snow boots in my closet and doesn't say a word about my 2 big feet. Shuffling around in my 2 small shoes, something shoes stretch. I say, Grandma gives me a hug.
So Grandma sneaks in a pair of snow boots. And Jeremy's still hoping those 2 tight shoes might stretch. I check every day, but those shoes don't stretch. I have to wear my Mr. Alfreys to school instead. One day during math, I glance at Antonio's shoes. One of them's taped up, and his feet look smaller than mine. After school, I head to the park to think. Antonio's there, the only kid who didn't laugh at my Mr. Alfreys shoes.
I think he's going to give his shoes to
Antonio. Wouldn't that be awfully kind?
Mm-hmm. We shoot baskets. A loose piece of tape on Antonio's shoes smacks the creases every time he jumps. I think I'm going to do it. We leap off the swings. I'm not going to do it.
The tape's falling off while he's playing. We race from one end of the playground to the other. I'm not going to do it, I say. Do what? Antonio says, breathing hard. I wonder what he's not going to do.
Grandma calls me for supper and invites Antonio over to. After supper, he spies my shoes. How come you don't wear them? Antonio asked. I shrug. My hands are sweaty. I can feel him wishing those shoes were his.
Do you think that's what he wasn't going to do?
Yep.
That night, I'm awake for a long time thinking about Antonio. When morning comes, I try on my shoes one last time.
Before I can change my mind, the shoes are in my coat. Snow is beginning to fall as I run across the street to Antonio's apartment. I put the shoes in front of his door, push the doorbell, and run.
Oh, how kind. Have you ever done anything like that, Kayden? Given someone something without them realizing?
I've donated to charity.
Awesome. I do too. Makes you feel good. At school, Antonio is smiling big in his brand new shoes. I feel happy when I look at his face and mad when I look at Mr. Alfrey's shoes. But later when it's time for recess, something happens. Everywhere there's snow. Leave your shoes in the hall and change into your boots, the teacher announces. Leave your shoes in the hall. It's then that I remember what I have in my backpack. My new snow boots. New black boots that no kid has ever worn before. Standing in line to go to recess, Antonio leans forward and says, "Thanks." I smile and give him a big hug. So Jeremy's got his boots and Antonio's got new shoes.
Let's race.
Wow. So not only did Jeremy do an awesome deed for Antonio, but then they became friends.
Mm-hmm.
Kayden, thanks for reading my favorite book, Those Shoes, today. Boys and girls, you know, it's always the right choice to be kind. Always the right choice. Keep those 3 R's in your pocket and have a great day.